and welcome to this edition of The Boston Show. I'm your host, Francesco Tartaglia. Last week in Boston, the City of Boston's Elderly Commission partnered with Boston Centers for Youth and Families to host a memory cafe at the Grove Hall Community Center in Dorchester. These cafes are places where individuals experiencing memory loss and their caretakers can meet to share their stories, learn about local resources, and support one another. Boston's first ever Inclusionary Development Policy, or IDP, report details how private development has increased affordable housing stock in the city. Developments in downtown neighborhoods are now required to pay 228% more to the IDP fund than a development in Boston's surrounding neighborhoods. As a result, affordable income-restricted housing production has increased from an average of 290 units per year before the introduction of the IDP to an average of 605 per year over the last 3 years. Boston's Commission on the Affairs of the Elderly partnered with AARP to host a panel discussion with age-friendly leaders from across Massachusetts. The forum highlighted the work happening in Boston and throughout Massachusetts to make communities welcoming places to live for people of all ages. Developers broke ground in Dorchester to begin construction on Harmon Apartments. The $15.4 million project will create 36 units of accessible mixed-income housing with supportive services designed to promote independence for adults with significant mobility impairments. Groundbreakings continued in Roxbury at the future Grove Hall promenade and parking lot site. As part of the project, this parcel will be converted into a promenade featuring granite benches, decorative lighting, and landscaping edge treatment, including new trees, bushes, and shrubs. The completed parking lot will be ADA compliant and feature 13 additional parking spots, new LED pendant lighting, new ramps and sidewalks, new asphalt and pavement markings. Nonprofit fund First Literacy awarded 21 scholarships at their annual awards ceremony. These scholarships were awarded to 15 adults who have completed literacy programs and are going on to higher education. 6 adults who have completed 1 year of college also received awards as continuing scholars.
Keep pumping ahead one day at a time, one step at a time. You know, as you look at little kids, little kids don't get up and run across the room, they crawl across the room. And if that's what you have to do to get your degree, crawl across that room, because at the end of the day, trust me, it's worth it.
In 27 years, First Literacy has awarded over 475 scholarships. Winners are awarded $1,000. City officials broke ground for East Boston's new Paris Village. The development is a $14 million 4-story residential community for working families. The building will have 32 2- and 3-bedroom affordable apartments for families making up to 60% of the area median income. Mayors, advocates, and public safety officials from around New England gathered in Roxbury to continue the discussion around specific ideas and actions that can be taken to address gun violence and gun safety across the region. Current progress in Boston includes development of a gun owner resource page for the Boston Police Department website and potentially a City of Boston guide to gun ownership in the city. Future strategies include campaigns focused on specific demographics of gun owners.
I think we all know that there's way too many guns out there, and that was what we talked about today. How do we stem the flow of illegal guns into the city and into the fellow cities?
Real estate firm Related Beal cut the ribbon on their new West End apartment complex, Lovejoy Wharf. Lovejoy Wharf contributes 157 units towards Mayor Walsh's goal of creating 53,000 new units of housing in the city. To watch any event covered in its entirety, stay tuned to Boston City TV. And to watch all new episodes of The Boston Show, tune in at 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Thanks for joining us for this edition of The Boston Show.